Hey, everybody. Welcome to the SB Nation Happy Hour. My name is Stan Rubenstein. But more importantly, his name is Matt Ufford.
More importantly, I'm getting top billing.
You're getting top billing because your skin is more milky, smooth.
It is. We're gonna take care of that.
You have a porcelain appearance.
There's a lot of Northern and Western European blood here going on, and nothing from the south of Europe or Mediterranean or Eastern European. No darkness.
That's no darkness. Okay, it happens.
Hitler would love me.
Oh, wow. So that was quick.
And we just lost all of our viewers.
Beep, 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 beep. All right, what are we drinking today? Oh, Robbie.
I'm drinking Bullet Bourbon Straight. You've got the same thing with a little bit of ginger ale.
A little bit of ginge. It tastes good.
The ginge.
The ginge. All right. Action-packed show today. Special guest Jason Kirk is going to be joining us via telephone. SB Nation editor, college football editor.
Also a writer on the Falcoholic, our Atlanta Falcons blog.
Atlanta Falcon blogger. Covers both the rare NFL and college football minds.
Much more diverse than really anybody else in that regard.
Definitely more diverse than I am. We're going to talk about the best of the week. We're going to talk about award shows, not just the Oscars, award show power rankings.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about all the weird crap that happened online, and we're going to do it while I get increasingly more drunk.
Dan,
I'm already slurring. You're hearing this.
I am. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Taylor Swift this week?
I think we should.
Okay.
We have strong thoughts.
So best of the week first?
Best of the week.
You go. You go ahead.
All right.
What's the best thing you ate, drank, saw, whatever?
Best thing I ate? That's a good question. Best thing I ate is probably... There was an Indian wrap that I tried over by our new studio. We're in the old studio right now, obviously.
Yeah, this piece of crap.
An Indian wrap. It's not traditional Indian because there are beef options available.
Excellent.
Yeah. So chicken, beef, whatever, and you scramble some eggs in there, some onions, traditional Indian spices in like a very thin, naan-y, crepey, real good. I will take you there.
All right, please
It's real good. Best thing I saw was actually this morning, and this is part of the evilness in me.
Okay.
That doesn't come out a ton. But on the train this morning, on the F train, there was a woman, and I was eyeing this woman not because I was in a pervy mood, but because she was wearing like 9-inch heels.
Wow.
And when you wear super high heels and you're on a train that shifts and moves and comes to abrupt stops, and you're not holding on to something.
Oh, no.
It's a tension-filled ride for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen.
Do you ever see a high heel so high that you just kind of want to kick the heel?
All the time.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, she had the heel, and then she had like the wedge in like the front part. I don't know what that part is called. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
So it wasn't just
the platform.
Correct.
Platform.
There was a platform
Said
element
it first.
to it. And so F train comes to an abrupt stop in the middle of the track, and she goes flying, catches herself, but almost barreled into 13 to 14 very small Asian school children. Oh. And that was the best thing I saw every week. It was a close call.
That's pretty good.
And the best thing I saw on TV this week, I guess, I was going to say Top Chef, but that was really crappy. The finale.
I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
It was really awful.
Even Tom Colicchio tweeted out, it was like, I heard that people aren't happy.
They tried to do like an Iron Chef
this
thing. In any case, the actual best thing I saw with my eyes on the screen was Steph Curry. It was a sports thing. Steph Curry going off in the Garden, which is a block away from where we're sitting right now.
Are we talking about that now or are we talking about that later?
We're going to talk about that later, but that was the best thing I saw on my screen. What was your best of the week? What were your best?
My best eats was... I had a pretty fantastic dinner last night. In the span of 20 minutes, my wife and I whipped up some fettuccine with greens and sausage, and then had a terrific little vinaigrette with it with olive oil.
You're selling me with the hand movements.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and we made it so fast that I was blown, and we were both so hungry. Like that was just a great healthy meal.
You guys are a duo of galloping gourmets.
However, I would say what beat that though was Wednesday night's dinner at Peking Duck House in Chinatown.
I've been there. I've been there recently.
Yes, it's so. Like,
did they show the duck too?
Yeah, it's got the head on it. The neck is all like twisted around.
May I just say, go Ducks.
Yeah.
Continue.
It has to be said.
Yeah.
But yeah, really tender, fatty. The skin was nice and crispy.
Then they give you the hoisin and the scallions.
The mushu wraps. Yeah.
Forget about
it's fantastic.
Peking Duck House. Not a sponsor of the show, but a friend of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Best drinks. I made some good Negronis this week. I'm a Negroni fan.
Typically more of a summer cocktail.
Yeah, I was. There was a night or two where I was actually out of brown liquor, so I and that's why I did that.
That's fair. Best thing you saw on a screen.
I didn't get much TV watching in this week. I would say I would you know what? I'm going to go back to the Oscars. We're going to talk about more Oscars later on. But,
Okay.
But I will say that I really dug just Jennifer Lawrence handling her fall.
The fall
After
part,
winning
yeah.
Best Actress, her handling her fall and then just being totally cool about it. She's like, "You're only giving me a standing ovation because I fell," and
Right.
like that's really embarrassing.
Yes.
She just handles everything so cool.
Handled it well afterwards.
Yeah.
Flipped off the camera.
She's
Had a
awesome.
moment with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
If you're endearing yourself to the world of Tumblr, you're just sort of endearing yourself, period, to the world.
To anyone who matters, really.
The real winners on this earth. The Tumblrers.
tastemakers.
The tastemakers. All right. Enough about us. We're now bringing in our friend and coworker and colleague and whatever else you
Friend
want to
of the
call him.
show.
Great friend of the show. Unshaven, I'm told. That doesn't matter because it's an audio-only
on film.
format. Jason Kirk, how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Very good.
Yeah.
We are drinking alcohol at the moment. Are you?
No, I'm working. You guys should be too.
We are. This is work.
This is technically work,
We're
Jason.
this show is being live streamed across the internet, and this is actually work. This is our job.
This is true. All right.
I understand you guys don't work very hard and you just drink all.
This is true. There's very little that's not accurate about that statement. Jason, before we talk about Sprats, what were your favorite things that you saw and or did yourself this week?
Well, I see you guys have some fine bourbon in front of you, and I did enjoy the mini bourbon backlash this week.
Yes.
There was Billy made his bourbon, which had like popsicle sticks in it for authentic wood flavor, and Stephen Godfrey wrote something in the Nashville City paper about
That was great.
yuppie expensive bourbon, and then Spencer put up something today about just buy a bottle and drink it.
Yeah, that was I was of course on Every Day Should Be Saturday, EDSBS.com. Spencer Hall, he who has himself, it should be noted, a vodka drinker, a clear liquor drinker by choice.
Yes.
And he basically went out and trolled the bourbon drinkers of the world because they do get too picky.
Yeah, and I hope this continues. I would probably classify myself as a rum man, which if it says rum on it, I'll just drink it. But also if it says bourbon on it, I'll drink that too. So it's just been a lot of fun watching the internet's bourbon fans try to contain themselves as they get trolled.
In general, I'm starting to the internet and Twitter specifically has made me grow tired with semantics and like with the other thing that I've seen is people are like, the Harlem Shake isn't actually the Harlem Shake. And so now I'm just like, anything that's dancing, I'm like, that's the Harlem Shake. That's a good Harlem Shake.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, they're going to tell us that Gangnam Style isn't actually stylish.
Now, as a rum drinker, Jason, does it taste better? Does it go down smoother when you're wearing Abercrombie or Aeropostale?
The key is to wear like a pirate bandana.
Okay.
And like try to commandeer a ship. If you have the white stuff, the key is to just like dump a bunch of fruit in it. I like the black stuff that just it tastes worse than licorice. It's like horrible. I don't know why I like it. It makes the room smell bad and everyone leaves. They see they're drinking maple syrup just standing next to you.
Kirk's
Like
Jason Kirk.
Kirk's drinking Pirate's Choice rum.
I like that. All right. This was also a week, and SB Nation, of course, had all sorts of fun things with the NFL Combine. That concluded. How much of this do you watch, and how much of this do you care about, and how much of this actually matters?
I watched a little bit of it. I watched the defensive back drills and the offensive line drills because that's amazing athletes doing amazing things and fat guys doing amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
As for how much it matters, I'm sure some people think it matters. I mean, I would rather, and scouts are the same way. They'd rather look at 3 or 4 years of college tape than some data.
What?
But I mean, it matters as far as there's absolutely nothing else to talk about right now.
Right.
So we might as well mess with it. Like as a college football fan and as a fan of a NFL team, it interests me from both of those aspects. We can learn that Geno Smith is really fast. I had no idea. Like, we've seen him scramble and we've seen him run around a little bit, but
right.
I had no idea he was the fastest quarterback in this draft class.
He ran a 4.5 something. Was that
Yeah, right in there.
That's crazy.
It is.
And he's like 6'7" and 100 pounds or so.
Did you see Landry Jones run his 40?
Yeah, he looked like the guy in Pitfall, like the in television games.
He's very upright.
Doesn't move at all.
High knees, like he was running on either like shattered glass, as was pointed out in all the gifs, or on hot coals. It's fun to make fun of tall people.
Indianapolis is really hot in February, so.
Yes, that is a fair point. And then the other thing is NFL cuts are happening right now as we are speaking.
The Falcons are cleaning house.
The Falcons want 14 people on their roster.
Yeah.
They're happy with that. So the Falcons cut, and I may be mistaken, Dunta Robinson at corner, John Abraham defensive end, and Michael Turner starting running back. Your immediate reaction, thoughts, expected, unexpected, as for the Falcons moving forward?
Immediate reaction is, Michael Turner, he was expected to go. Probably should have been cut a year or two ago, but you can't really blame the guy for sticking around.
He looked awful this year.
Used up. Yeah. I mean, the team used him up hard. There was no tread left on the tires. There's plenty left on his behind. But
large rump.
That ass.
It's all muscle. That part's not a problem at all. He just doesn't have the second or third or fourth or fifth gear anymore. Losing Dante Robinson, I am not sad about. He's sort of that designated cornerback that everything gets blamed on. Like every team at every level, has one cornerback that everybody hates.
Yep.
And he was the one. He got burned every now and then, and he was just not a solid fundamental tackler. The nicest possible way to put it.
Sounds like the Redskins will sign him next.
What's that?
He sounds like a Redskin.
Him alongside D'Angelo Hall would.
Yeah,
I heard he's also a huge dick. Is that?
Yeah.
Thanks, Will.
Is he well liked by the Atlanta community?
Which one?
Dunta?
Is it Dante?
No.
Is it
Dante or Dunta?
We've been saying Dante for 3 or 4 years. If that's wrong, he might be happy to leave.
Let's assume I'm wrong. All right, that's fair. But
I would say he's probably the least popular player on the team. As for John Abraham, that one's not fun. He's 35, 36 years old, but still played pretty well. I guess the plan is to go get 2 defensive ends because we already needed 1.
Addition by subtraction.
Nice. So how does this affect what the Falcons will be doing in the draft? Where is their concentration? Where will their focus be in stocking up? Are they a best player available team, or are they needs based?
Kind of got to go pass rusher. I think it's almost a desperate need at this point. Like bring on a free agent and draft in the first round. I don't see any other option. There's been some talk of converting to a 3-4. Which you need a prototypical nose tackle because most of the defensive tackles are in the 280 range. Like it's not a very big defensive line at all. So it's got to be in the front 7. I think it has to be pass rusher. There's some talk of tight end because Tony Gonzalez might retire. I kind of feel like he's coming back, but there's going to be more value in that position later on than there is pass rusher. Got to get a top 5, top 10 guy at that spot.
That makes a lot of sense to me. That's where, having watched the Falcons throughout mostly I'd say the last quarter of the year and then the playoffs, that's where they were weak getting to the quarterback. I would say that the passes completed downfield weren't so much the fault of the secondary as they were a failure to produce pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, we need some more speed at the middle line by the interior linebacker spots, whether it's a 3-4-4-3 or a nickel. Sean Weatherspoon is sort of a perfect pass coverage linebacker, but he needs a running mate back there. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, the biggest need is somebody to knock down a quarterback or two.
Let me ask you this hypothetical question that I just thought of that has nothing to do with anything we've been discussing.
I like it already.
I'm going to pose it to Jason first, and then I'm going to pose it to Matt. If you could appear in any Southern hip-hop music video shot between the years of 1995 and 2003, which one would it be and why?
I'm going to go with Bombs Over Baghdad.
Damn it! Damn it!
Yeah, it had a strip club in an 18-wheeler that ended up on the moon. I dare you to top that.
Matt?
Probably anything with Lil Jon.
It feels like it'd be a fun time.
I would like to do shots.
Many over and over again.
Lil Jon.
That was post 2003, but
damn it!
He was definitely happy. I think you're talking about like Skeet era Little John.
Sure, yeah.
This music video might be a little bit after 2001 or whatever you said, but
right.
Juvenile Back That Ass Up is a great music video. And
I think
would
that's
live
in the
inside
range.
there forever if I
You-
could. I would live inside that music video.
Oh, not that ass.
No.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay.
Boom.
No.
Boom, boom. You know?
That is
So
that
good.
is a good time. I don't know what my answer would be. I think and probably anything with Master P.
I have a recommendation for you, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's go with Nelly's Tip Drill, which was filmed at Atlanta Falcons cornerback Ray Buchanan's house. So even if you don't think Missouri, maybe if that's more of a Midwest, it was filmed in Atlanta. So it's
Wow.
There you go.
That work. I will accept that.
video for
And I think it's retroactively acceptable now that Missouri's in the SEC.
There
I
you
think
go.
that counts.
There you go. We have
Nelly.
we have stripped Missouri of the Ozarks and placed you into Dixie.
Yeah. Have fun with that, Missouri. That's Will, do you have an answer in the control room and/or Leanne?
Well, I just kind of want to hang out with 3-6 Mafia pretty bad.
Well, it is. It's harder than you think it is out there, though, Will, for a pimp.
Well,
It is a lot more difficult
Yeah.
out there.
I mean, I'm pretty aware I did go to NYU.
No big deal. We were the Violets.
No, Violet, the color.
Oh, it's only a single violet.
It's the
I
NYU
think so.
Violet.
I don't really know.
Leanne.
like the Stanford Cardinal, but crappier.
Yeah, exactly.
Leanne, find the microphone.
What was the question?
The question is, because as a pop music aficionado, Leanne, who is controlling the camera and keeping it on people not talking right now, what what music video that was filmed in the South or involved Southern hip hop between 1995 and 2003 would you want to appear in?
Well, Brittany's from Louisiana.
Okay, what Britney Spears video? Not hip hop though.
You know, her sometimes video, she looks really relaxed.
It was good. It was
chilling
on the
a
beach.
boat, you know,
You guys,
I would want to do that forever.
the viewers / listeners don't know that Leanne knows all the dance moves to every single Britney Spears video ever.
This is true.
It's an amazing party trick.
And she's a grown up.
Yeah.
And she's a grown up. Okay, what non-Southern hip hop video, Jason, at any point would you want to be a participant in?
The first one that comes to mind is Wu-Tang Clan's Triumph, because it was approximately 10 different videos.
Okay.
I feel like Tupac and Dr. Dre California Love, because it was about 8 minutes long and
Yep.
you get to really show off your acting skills.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the first two that come to mind.
See, for me, Rump Shaker.
Oh. For me, Chris Isaac, Wicked Game, assuming Chris Isaac, I could take his place.
What was that really epic Puff
that's a
Daddy
good one.
song? The
All of them.
yeah
All of
there's
them,
a,
Will
there's a
says.
music there's a music video where there was like a tank and there was a battle going on and like just it was just insane. Like it was like the most expensive
We
music video
probably
ever.
should have researched this bit
Yes.
before going into it.
No, I don't know why I went that, because Jason is just an authority.
But
No,
it's still good. It's still good, guys.
nice.
The legendary one would be the Puff Daddy and Biggie, that run where every video is like their yacht chases.
Yes.
Like, who chases a yacht?
They're dancing on top of a nuclear powered submarine. Yeah.
Yeah, submarine chases.
Those were all great. All right, Jason Kirk, thank you very much for your time and for appearing. Everybody be sure to follow Jason Kirk on the Twitter, as you see his Twitter handle on the screen. And, of course, visit SB Nation College Football and the Falcoholics.
There you go.
There it is. Jason, thank you very much.
Thanks, y'all.
All right.
Click.
Clack. That was Jason Kirk. How you doing, Matt?
I'm well, sir. Thank you very much.
Good. The Oscars were this past week.
They were indeed.
The Oscars have been dissected and broken down
Yeah.
to every single degree that it could possibly be broken
Seth
down.
MacFarlane either did an okay job or is a horrible misogynist, racist, blah, blah, blah.
We like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yep.
I'm going to say right now, Anne Hathaway, I'm now saying she's underrated.
I don't think she's under or overrated. I think she's a fine actress. I think she's an attractive person.
Yes.
She can be a little bit annoying sometimes because she is like every single theater major, but she's fine.
But here's
I
the
don't
thing.
have a problem with her.
She's the most successful theater dork alive.
Yes.
So terrific.
Yes.
Awesome. I hope she does well, and I hope she's
I
happy.
wish her the best.
Yes.
How about those nips?
Yeah. She was very excited to be at the Oscars. Were those actual nips, or were those like seams in the dress or something?
No, she issued an apology.
It was a dress.
Really?
She apologized on behalf of her nipples.
That's what I read.
Hey,
on
world.
Newsweek.
Sorry, my tits look great. Was that?
In all
Find a
fairness,
nickel.
I issue that apology nearly every day, and nobody pays attention to it. Yeah. So yeah, Anne Hathaway's fine. Whatever. I gave up after about an hour and a half.
Stuck on a larger scale.
Larger scale,
Award shows.
indeed.
Award show power rankings. How do you see? How do they shake out for you?
1, NAACP Image Awards with a bullet.
Wow.
No, I don't know. Source Awards. They're always fun.
I never watched them. I
just watch a few minutes at a time. But yeah, I won't sit down and watch the entire Source Awards. But they do seem fun enough that somebody always ends up getting shot. There's passion.
Let's not. I feel like you're blowing that out of proportion.
That's true. That happened like once.
Stabbed, not shot.
Oh, true.
Stabbed.
Also true. Which is a more passionate crime.
It's more intimate.
Yeah. Have you ever been stabbed?
I've not.
Okay. I was stabbed by a pencil once in high school.
Really?
It was just like in the hand. It wasn't a big deal.
I've cut myself chopping onions in the kitchen. That's about it.
That's bad. All right. So overall award show power rankings of the major ones, I really like the Golden Globes.
Yeah, the Golden Globes are fun because everybody's drinking.
Everybody's drinking. They hire funny hosts generally. This past year was Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Ricky Gervais obviously had his
Years
run.
before, yeah.
And the Hollywood Foreign Press, they're not they don't need to kiss the same ass. They're not beholden to the Academy type like stiffness.
And the Hollywood Foreign Press, like the hosts abuse them. They're like, you guys are like shameless like bootlickers.
Yes.
And they're like, haha, yes, we are.
This is true. Yes.
You got
We
us.
accept the bribes. That's my generic foreign accent.
I like
we
it.
accept the bribes.
It's not xenophobic specific to any country, so therefore not offensive.
It's just a generality of Earth. That's
Take
like
my daughter, please.
or that. That's more specific, but still acceptable. I feel like. I like the Grammys because they're performance based.
Grammys are fine. I've the performances I definitely approve of. I could do without the Justin Bieber, who I can't stand to even look at.
They didn't even have him this year.
I appreciated that. I appreciate that very much. The problem with the Grammys that a lot of music fans, and when I say music fans, I mean the folks who listen to like the cutting edge, like the pitchfork listeners.
You're like, excuse me, the National had the album of the year,
or the ones who are like, who's the bluegrass band from England that everybody's
Mumford?
Yeah, they're like, Mumford and Sons isn't even the best bluegrass album of the year. They're so overrated. And you're like, come on, let's just stop with that. Like,
here's the problem with that exact statement. Nobody cared about the album that was actually better.
Yeah, no, and here's the thing.
Or not nearly the same number of people.
As I've gotten older, I've gotten less picky about the quote unquote quality music that I listen to, and I've become more accepting of pop music.
Yeah.
And I recognize that the Grammys kind of have to straddle a line between what's critically acclaimed and what's popular. And I've come to accept that like pop music has its place in the musical canon, and what we remember, what's still a good pop, and it can be appreciated. Okay, maybe not as art, but as something that's catchy and listenable. I don't have a problem with, let's say, Taylor Swift winning like album of the year for whatever. I don't care. Like,
look, we eat Chipotle. Yes. We're not only eating Mexican chicken thigh with mole, with like a poblano relish.
Just because we're talking about the best thing we ate all week doesn't mean that we had Chipotle this week. Exactly.
Right. We definitely did. So I do, but like as an award show itself, the hosting isn't as fun
LL
generally.
Cool J is lousy.
Here's you want to see my LL Cool J impression?
Yes. That only works for the video watchers.
Yes, video watchers. I am licking my lips. Okay, so that's my LL Cool J impression. I haven't really watched any of the MTV Award shows recently.
I don't know if the problem I have with the VMAs is that it's 2 weeks of like, remember when this happened on the VMAs?
Right.
And it's 2 weeks of MTV celebrating all the crazy instances that happened. And it's like a 2-second moment 18 years ago.
Right.
And like, remember when Madonna and Britney kissed 12 years ago? And it's like, yeah, that was something that happened. And then like, they're like, what's the wild thing that's going to happen this year at the VMAs? And then you watch for 3 hours and you're like, I guess that was the moment.
Yeah, Eminem did a Borat impression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's why I will defend MTV award shows forever and ever. Britney Spears' sparkle pants.
Giggity. Leanne just gave us a fist pump from the control room.
She gave us a thumbs up. Those are etched into a very specific memory channel for me.
Girl.
Those are terrific. So that's why they get a pass for me. So the other ones, I don't really watch too many more. I don't watch the ESPYs at all.
No, nor should anyone.
The ESPYs are terribly...
Do not enable ESPN, folks.
Right.
People, as sports professionals, we must say...
A lot of friends at ESPN.
Do not watch the ESPYs.
Don't watch the ESPYs.
We, friends at ESPN, friends of the show.
Friends of the show at ESPN.
Don't watch the ESPYs.
And you have this this terribly written thing where it's like, I think we're going to have Rob Riggle yell at an athlete, and people are going to think it's pretty funny. No.
Were you guys on the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards?
I don't even know.
Oh,
what
the
you're talking
KCAs?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the one where they go up and they get gacked. They
They
go
get
out there
gacked,
and
they
they
get
get
like
gacked.
those little
by people.
orange blimps.
No.
What?
I mean, like, I guess I've seen on gossip blogs, I've seen like pictures of people having
Right.
slime dropped
Yeah,
on
so
Oh,
them.
they get like a
Now you know.
surfboard.
Oh, the surfboard
Yeah,
one.
they get the surfboards.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It is pretty stupid.
Wow.
Like, more nudity than
Forget
you'd
it then.
expect.
Really?
No.
No. Well.
No, I really have not put in Kids'
I-
Choice Award time.
Basically, anything that empowers children,
Right.
I hate. Because kids should not be empowered. They should be.
Right.
They should be.
Like
Kids
love.
have Pixar, that's enough.
They should be suppressed. They should have lousy lives, and they should like hate school and get through it and muddle through so that they
Right.
can become adults who have like can appreciate their adulthood.
and
this
get
whole
to
thing-
a point where
Matt
they can,
owns a factory in 1902, and like little kids' hands are just getting crushed in the gears and stuff. And he's like, "Get back to work."
Ah, the
Matt,
good old days.
Did you see
did
that-
tell a 17-year-old this week not to go to college?
I did. I
That
did.
is fact.
I did tell Michaela Maroney not to go to college.
Did you see the video? I know you saw the video because I sent it to you of the kid driving the tractor.
Yeah, in China.
Were you like, all right, those are the conditions I'd like to see?
It's not the conditions I like to see. I'm like, that kid's fantastic. He's operating machinery. And you know what? Like,
China's got talent.
Yep. Yeah, and you know what? More power to them. That's why they're going to overtake us.
That is true.
That and their billions of people.
Their army of constructing children.
Oh, man.
I like that. Okay.
China.
Let me ask you this.
Get out there and pay that rent.
What are your thoughts on the AVN Awards?
Have you? I don't know if you're much of a film drunk fan. That's
Not as much as I should, but I
friend.
do like
my
it.
friend Vince Mancini runs
Right.
that, and I was on his podcast a long time ago, and they had the red carpet thing done by I want to say Jesse
Okay.
James. And her
For
vo-
film drunk.
and her voice is like this.
Oh, of course it
just like
is.
the most awful voice, and she's like, "Ah!" That was like,
What are you up for this year?
and it was like, "Oh, you're so sexy," and like her feeling other porn stars' boobs, and it's so tacky. It's
Was
like,
it all audio?
It's no, I mean
Oh, okay.
it was video
There was
as
a video
well,
component.
but the fact that it's porn's chance to do the red carpet,
Right.
and it's so tackily and horribly done
It has
that
to
it's,
be.
it's the porn version. It's the perfect metaphor for porn's version of an award show.
Right.
And I would never watch it, but I think it's hilarious in its own right.
Do you think porn actors and actresses, and I assume the answer is yes, do you think they put their AVN Awards on their resume, CV, whatever?
I don't think they have resumes.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a visual.
Yeah, they definitely put them on their mantle.
Put them on the mantle.
Yeah. I'm sure they've even made it into some scenes.
Now I don't know if they produce like the the DVD sleeves or anything. Do they say like 7-time AVN award winning?
I probably.
I feel
Yeah.
like they should.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like an AVN Starlet of the Year, you know?
Right.
Or they're like, when they come out, it's like this is the best anal scene of 2011.
Rah rah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be if porn had lower thirds, then I think. Like, oh, well, this is so and so.
Oh, in the very beginning of
Best
a.
anal cream pie of 07.
Little stat card comes up on
Wow.
the side.
It took
This-
6 episodes for that
That's
phrase
yeah,
to be uttered.
yeah.
There it
This-
was. All right. That's as good a time to move on to a
Yes.
new topic as there is. And this is a perfect transition.
Transition.
Meme of the week.
Oh.
Taylor Swift.
The Trouble video.
Yeah.
Has been the has been replaced with many things.
Right.
And I think we've got video of all of them.
We've
But,
got like a supercut.
Yeah, it's we've got there's the screaming goat that you've almost certainly seen.
Yep.
There's Nicolas Cage at the end of what's
Don't
that?
wreck it.
Well, wait. I'm
Should we-
getting head shakes. Let's
Okay.
just go to the.
Let's
video.
just go to the video.
Yeah.
To what we're talking about if you haven't seen this yet. Oh,
Walked in.
she looks great.
Just like the lead singer of the Kills.
Yeah.
I've seen that like 4 times. Now. It's still
Oh.
funny.
You hadn't seen the specific one with the paper.
The motion sensor towel.
Oh. Oh. I don't know Who first? I guess the goat was probably the first one. That's the first
Yeah,
one
the goat
I
was
saw.
the first one.
Whoever figured that out,
It was brilliant.
that is utter. That's not even like little. That's actually like you have a great eye and ear for figuring life out.
You swapped out the word trouble with Gumble.
With Brian Gumble saying his
the
own
word-
name.
Yeah, that was well
Just
done.
1 sec. Have you guys ever seen Wicker Man?
Yes.
The movie it's
No.
insane.
Is that the Nicolas Cage movie that
Yeah.
happened
Yeah,
in?
that's that was.
Okay, I didn't
And
know
the
which
fact
one.
that they pulled from it is just so genius because it is the most like it doesn't make any sense and it's just
When did that
Well,
come
so
out?
awesome.
That is a great like supercut of just Nicolas Cage being insane from.
Yeah,
like,
that
only
was
from
there's
that movie.
there's before it became a huge online sensation, Wicker
Right.
Man. Vince Mancini of Film Drunk. We were friends when he lived in New York, and we just had a night that we just like stayed in and watched it and laughed our asses off. It's got Nicolas Cage in a bear suit punching a woman. He kicks a woman into a wall and like an old woman into a wall.
As you have to do sometimes.
He shakes a woman. It's like it's what his role in the movie is just to be like really misogynistic and like
Right.
there's a whole island of women that he goes around punching and looking for answers before they kill him at the end.
Well, it was a documentary.
Spoiler.
It was just
It was
just
based
Nick
on a
Cage
true story.
day-to-day.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bad Sergeant?
No, Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant, Bad Sergeant.
Port of Call in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I've not. I've heard amazing things. I've heard he's fantastic in it.
That's what I heard. And then I watched it.
He's just insane.
He's just going insane.
well, that's what he do.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I was in the wrong frame of mind to enjoy it. It was very odd to me.
It helps if you do some.
Heavy opiates seem to be needed.
Yeah, I don't want to suggest drug use to any of our
No.
viewers or listeners.
But I feel like you'll empathize with his character more
yeah.
in that.
I mean, if you happen to have a strong prescription, that's the way to go.
Right. We have a question from Twitter.
Yes.
What is your favorite beer? What is your favorite shot to do?
My favorite beer is cold and free.
Cold and free.
Yeah, I know. And in the great debate on Twitter about like people get snooty about I'm drinking this.
Yeah.
This is the beer that I'm drinking right,
Right.
now. I'll drink it. It's if it's cold, I'll drink it. I don't
So
care.
if you're at the
Do not
convenience store and there's just freezers full, not freezers, but refrigerators full of this, what will you go to?
I mean, some of my favorite things right now. I'm going through a 6 Point kick. It's,
Okay.
It's a locally made.
Right.
They've got some good IPAs and lagers that I'm down for.
Nice.
I'm more of a like a lager and an ale guy. I don't go for if there's too many hops. I'm like this just tastes like flowers.
Psh.
But whatever. Again,
I don't know
I'll drink
anything
anything.
about
I don't care. Like I'll drink a stout. If it's my favorite beer is cold and free.
Cold
Just
and free.
Hand me a beer, I'll drink it.
See, I don't drink a ton of beer, but when I do, it's when I'm eating something that goes particularly well with the cold beer. And I don't think the experience of eating like tacos, like you have to have a beer with if you're eating a bunch of tacos, like especially like on a hot summer day. So I like the Mexican beers. I like Pacifico, cerveza,
Yeah.
Pacifico or Dos Equis,
Yeah.
just because it's great.
It's good stuff.
I don't know what makes
good
it
hot weather
different than
beer.
any other beer, but it's
Made in
great.
Mexico. It's hot weather beer.
Great to drink cold.
Yep.
Tecate.
As for shot, I'm 34 years old and married. I don't do a lot of shots.
But when you were doing shots,
I don't really have like I'll just shoot whiskey because people will be like, oh, you want to do a shot of Jack, and I'll be like, I drink my whiskey straight. Like Jack, a shot of Jack is nothing to me.
right?
Like,
No,
that's like a sip of water. So like people will be like, oh, a shot of. And I'm just that's no problem to me.
yeah. I will pretty much shoot anything. I really don't like. I don't shoot at all. Like I like drinking this stuff as well. I will I like the picklebacks.
Yeah,
Picklebacks are great.
I was waiting for it.
I didn't have one before I moved to New York. I don't know if I went to the wrong places in LA.
No. It's a recent trend.
It's a recent trend. But whatever. So if it's whiskey,
good.
sure.
Yeah.
But the pickleback, unexpectedly, pretty great.
Yeah, shots don't really affect me. It's I just choose not to do it as a Marine officer. Like I'd go out and occasionally the Marines that I was in charge of would be at the bar and be like,
Right.
come on over, sir. We're gonna get you a shot, and then they
Right.
get you like the Prairie Fire or the Three Wise Men.
What is a prairie fire?
Prairie Fire is crappy tequila with Tabasco on top or something like that. And then
Okay.
there's the Three Wise Men, which is Jim, Jack, Jose, Cuervo.
Oh, jeez.
And they're like, we're gonna get the lieutenant sick, and so I do the shot and be like, all right, boys, see you on Monday.
So then, is this in the desert, or is this when you'd go into the
That
LA
was-
area?
That was in the desert.
That was in the desert.
Yeah.
So were those bars? What was the male female ratio in those bars?
And was this when the military had a 5-day work week? Because you just said I'll see you on Monday, which I really love.
No, I mean, like,
See you Monday, guys.
It was, if you're not out in the field, if you're not doing anything, it is a 5-day work week. It's Monday through Friday. So,
All right.
So, like, yeah, we'd be out in the bar Friday night, and it's the
Got me.
bar at the Stumps. The name of the bar was the Stumps,
The Stumps
and it's a place that
in 29 Palms.
yeah,
okay.
it's like kind of like Roadhouse, like it's like 90 to 95% male.
Okay.
And if you're there at the wrong time, there will be fights. It was.
Did you have any Marine fights?
No,
at
no,
the Stumps? Okay.
No, as an officer, you can't do
Fair
that.
point.
Like, one little screw up and your career's done. So
Boom.
I played it clean.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on before we let these fine people enjoy the rest
Man,
of
it's
their
been
Fridays?
half an hour already.
It goes by quickly.
God, it's so much fun.
It is really fun.
Let's
Yeah.
keep going. Say it every week.
Yeah.
It'll become the hour happy hour.
No, it started out as the happy hour, and
Yes.
then someone said that's too long. Tighten up.
Anything else before anything else happened this week that you were excited about? I
No.
thought Archer was only
I felt the same. I had a couple good belly laughs, but
Yeah.
the construction of the episode I wasn't.
I
in
didn't
love
like
with.
it completely taken over. I like Bourdain make appearance.
And they've
Get out,
also
in and out.
they've also already done the Mallory do the fake threats so that she can get on board.
Right.
I mean that's kind of become a recurring theme for her.
Everybody died on Justified.
That was awesome.
That was a really
Justified was
bullets
amazing.
and blood.
Yep.
Other than that, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much
just
it.
let it go.
Here's the best thing I saw all week. Quickly before we go away.
Yes.
Steph Curry. Holy crap.
Oh, you're bringing sports back into
Bringing
it.
the sports back just because, I don't know, it feels right. And I forgot to mention it when we were talking about sports.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Steph Curry is the greatest thing ever.
Really?
He's so
Better
tiny.
than sliced bread.
Oh, yeah. Well, we both agreed to give up sliced bread
That's true.
pretty recently.
That's true.
I
I don't know.
Steph Curry, he's tiny. He's very skinny.
It's a little man.
He releases shots so quickly. He'll just dribble up and like, oh, what? Did I just, I just
It's
shot
like
it.
Papa Shot for him.
It's so cool to watch. And I would say, obviously, LeBron, just from a sheer wow factor and like the physically impressive nature of his game.
LeBron is on pace to beat Wilt Chamberlain's record for PER.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's the most efficient season of any NBA player ever right now.
What I would compare this to is like, yes, Herschel Walker. Yes, all these like for LeBron, like they're just dominant physical specimens. But there is a ton of value in Barry Sanders. There's
Yeah,
a ton
absolutely.
of value in Quiz Rogers. And what Steph Curry is doing, just like the angles he takes and sees to not only shoot it, but he's actually a really good point guard.
Yeah.
And the fact that he wasn't an All-Star is just dumb. But watch
That is a crime.
if you haven't seen and you didn't watch this Knicks game, you were out on Wednesday night.
yeah, I
I think it
missed
was
it.
Wednesday. Yeah. Find the highlights. He is, and the Knicks won, and Tyson Chandler had like 77 rebounds.
How many 3-pointers did
He
Steph
went
make?
11 of 13.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus was only hitting 11 of 19. Yeah. Steph Curry, I would say, is the most of this year, probably the most fun, unexpected treat. Because we knew Chris Paul was going to be ridiculous. We knew LeBron was going to be
Yeah.
but like Steph Curry making the leap, he was hurt a bunch last season.
It's true.
This year, just the unique nature of his game and release and to shoot from anywhere, it's amazing. It is ridiculous, and I recommend it.
All right.
There it was.
There you go.
There's our NBA little nugget.
Well done.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Oh, this has been delicious, and I'm about 38% to my happy
All right,
place.
folks. I hope you get started on your Fridays the way we have with ours. We're actually going to go back to work. I'm going to stop drinking and go back and
Yeah.
send, gotta
That's
send some
probably a
emails
good call.
still.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Robbie, Will, and Leanne.
And of course, Jason Kirk.
Jason Kirk, of course, from SB Nation and the Falcoholic. We will see you next week. Can we?
With SI swimsuit model Alyssa Miller will be our guest. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
How are we going to do the studio?
I don't know.
Is it just going to be us peering in from outside like,
I think so.
"Hi!"
I think so. I'll tell you what though, next week's thumbnail for this video is going to be way better.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa Miller. Stay tuned. Tell your friends. The best looking person that's ever been in the studio
Yes.
in this podcast. It's either Alyssa Miller or Nilay Patel. It's dead heat, but we're going to see you next week. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you then.
Cheers.